Hey everybody, it's Matt with Mac's Video, and today we are going to be doing an anime first impressions. Like I said in my last one, I'm trying to keep up with this anime season's selection of animes to watch, and since I'm primarily a dub watcher, I'm basing my schedule off of Funimation's simuldub schedule, which is why all of these animes that I'm doing first impressions on, they're already in like their 4th or 5th episode subbed wise, but I'm watching them dubbed, and like I said in my last video, that's mainly because I'm a multitasker in most things. I like to do multiple things at once, so I don't want to be tied down with having to read subtitles. By no means does that mean I am against subtitles. Whatever medium you choose to watch your anime in, as long as you're watching some anime, I'm happy with you. So, what we're going to be doing today is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now, this is technically the 4th anime I've started from this season. I know I've only done one first impressions, but that's because with the other ones, which are Akiba's Trip and Fuka, they were already about 3 episodes in dubbed-wise when I found them. So didn't feel right to do a first impressions on something when I've already watched 4 episodes of it. But Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I caught it when it came out. So, and the other one is the Saga of Tanya the Evil, but that was 2 episodes in, and I'm still trying to figure out what I feel about that one. Anyway, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is an anime about Miss Kobayashi, obviously, and she, one night in a drunken stupor, she stumbles into the forests of the mountains and stumbles upon a dragon that had been impaled by a sword, and she tells the dragon, "Hey, why don't you come live with me?" I'm guessing she also takes the sword out the poor thing's back. Didn't really go into that much. But the next day, as she awakens and doesn't remember the events of the previous night, she gets ready for work, goes to the door, and lo and behold, there's a dragon. A gigantic dragon that is staring at her through the doorway of her apartment. Well, the dragon then casts a magical crest, and then it shrinks down to the size of a human girl, and introduces herself as Toru the Dragon, and says that she is here to be Miss Kobayashi's maid. Yep. And now you understand the title. We're in for a fun one. Well, as it turns out, Miss Kobayashi does not remember any of these events, and thusly says, what? What? Well, anyway, invites her in, and Toru explains the events of the nights before, and Kobayashi's slowly starting to remember these events as they happened, and, well, when she finally comes to the point of decision making, he's like, "You know what? I was wrong to say that you could stay with me. I'm just not in the market for a maid." And yeah. Well, Toru says fine with tears in her eyes, and finally, in a guilt-ridden moment of panic because she's late for work, she says, "Fine, Toru, as long as you can fly me to work." Toru, in a fit of excitement, said, "Okay," turned into a dragon. And by the way, this is a humongous dragon. Like, apocalypse-bringing huge dragon. Gigantic. And so, she now has a dragon maid. Woo! Well, needless to say, Toru was not the best maid. And this being the case of Kobayashi is obsessed with maids. She is a otaku for maids. Didn't even know that was a different type of thing. Anyway, so she tries to show Toru what it means to be a maid. Because all that Toru knows of being a maid is what she saw while flying to her apartment that first day. She looked down and saw a maid cafe and said, "That's what maids are! That thing there! With the cafe thing." Well, so she's like, well, first off, maids have to be able to clean. Well, then she literally burns everything in the apartment. Like, it's clean, technically, because there's nothing to be dirty. Well, she brings everything back through magic, which... What? What? Okay. Then, she's like, okay, well, dragons have to be able to do laundry. And she's like, well, I have saliva that's specifically only removes stains. Why? First off, why? Secondly, how did you stumble upon that? You're a dragon. How did you one day find out, well, this saliva takes stains out of human clothing? How? What? Okay. Whatever. Then she's like, well, you have to be able to greet guests. Well, they get, I think it was a pizza delivery or a mail delivery or something. She's like, you are not worthy to enter the home of my master. Yeah, didn't go well. Cute, though. Didn't go well. Then she's like, okay, you have to be able to cook. She cuts off her own tail. Let me throw that through you again. She cuts off her own tail. Cooks it medium well, or medium rare. Not sure the different colorations of cooked dragon meat. Apologies. But, needless to say, Kobayashi's like, nah, I'm good. She eats her own tail. She eats her own tail. And then it grows back. Because why the flip not? Anyway. So needless to say, she has failed all the different aspects there is of being a maid. Well, she's like, give me a chance. Let me learn. Let me figure out the ways of maiddom. I would say maidenhood, but that's a whole different thing. Well, then she decides to call up her friend Fafnir. And he's... this guy seems friendly. He's like, kill them. Kill all the humans. Make them suffer in the pits of hell. Thanks, Faffy. And then you have Quetzalcoatl, who is like, she calls her for help too, and she's like, well, all you have to do to make the clothes clean is just make sure the dirt doesn't exist. Ha-ha! So she's a doll. She's a treat. And well, also what happens at one point is Kobayashi goes out after work with a male co-worker, and turns out they're both otakus when it comes to maids, and that's what they go out to drink and talk about. Well, Kobayashi gets a teensy bit drunk. Just a teensy bit. And she literally strips Toru naked in the middle of the bar. It's like, if you're gonna be a maid, you have to be able to dress the part. And this outfit just isn't doing it for me. It just doesn't look right. So, yeah, needless to say, it didn't go well. Well, she ends up passing out, and Kobayashi's friend's like, oh, this was what we do. And then Toru's like, I don't like you. And then turns to a dragon and flies off with Kobayashi. You know, dramatic exit. Well, and then they go to bed, and Toru's like, well, I don't have to sleep, but I want to sleep with you, because it turns out she's sexually attracted to Kobayashi, for whatever reason that implied. I don't know. Dragons are bisexual, I guess. Who knew? But, and she has a nightmare of when this god-looking figure stabbed her and put that sword through her, and and Kobayashi says, well, I'm glad you're okay now. And that makes Toru all giddy and happy and all giggly and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much the episode. So, my thoughts. This is going to be an interesting one. Probably, if I had to throw a guess out as to where on my scale so far of this season's anime, it'd probably be middle of the line. Because so far, Tanya is at the bottom. I'm not a big fan of military anime, so I can't say much about that one. And probably at the top is Fuka, because, man, that's good. I'm even going back and watching Suzuka, just so I can get an idea as to the backstory before this story. Even though this story's about their mother, and it's just some crazy stuff. Anyway, so, that's that. I have some other reviews coming up on non-anime related material. I'm going to be doing a review on, I think it's Madeline Rue, her Asylum series of books. I'm going to be doing a review on that when I finish up the third book. And I'm also going to be doing, on request from a friend, a review on the movie Ex Machina. So, that's coming up. I hope y'all look forward to that. Like I said, if you like this video, I'll have a playlist of my other first impressions up in that corner. Please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot to know what you like, and that subscription helps me get better quality material out to you and makes the videos better each time. So, with that being said, I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.